again. The Trump administration, what is it? It's not even spring. It's March 24th. It's not even a reasonable percentage into this administration yet. And we already have, like, kind of literally one of the biggest national security blunders of all time. If these were anybody else, they would be fucking court-martialed. Like, if these were just some guys, if you haven't seen it, this is from The Atlantic, from Jeffrey Goldberg, who is no friend of the left. Okay, he's quite pro-Israel. He is big Iraq war guy. The Trump administration accidentally texted me its war plans. U.S. national security leaders included me in a group chat about upcoming military strikes in Yemen. I didn't think it could be real. Then the bombs started falling. The world found out shortly before 2 p.m. Eastern on March 15th that the United States was bombing Houthi targets across Yemen. I, however, knew 2 hours before the first bombs exploded that the attack might be coming. The reason I knew this is that Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, had texted me the war plan at 11:44 a.m. The plan included precise information about weapons packages, targets, and timing. This is going to require some explaining. This took place over a messaging app called Signal, which you've probably heard of or maybe you use, which is supposed to be, it's sort of like an encrypted WhatsApp thing that you just text your friends into like a group chat if you don't want to use like your texting feature. But this is an Unsecure app store program that you like app you could have on your phone to talk to your friends. Pete Hegseth, J.D. Vance, Tulsi Gabbard, Marco Rubio, Stephen Miller, and more Republicans, we'll look at them, are in this Unsecure group chat talking about, and I'm not joking, we're gonna look at some of the claims here, talking about step-by-step military operations on an unsecure line outside of the parameters of like top secret information handling. It's March. It's been 3 months. This is the writer of the article, Goldberg.
Responsible here.
Let me turn it up just a second. Let me crank it for a little bit.
And not disclose the things that I read. And
he's not going to disclose the things that he read to be responsible here. I think this is a dereliction of his journalistic duty to not fucking like post screenshots of the like more screenshots that he has of the chat.
I will describe them to you. The specific time of a future attack, specific targets, including human targets, meant to be killed in that attack, weapon systems, even weather reports, that the government is. I don't know why Hegseth was sharing it with everybody. I mean,
like up to the minute, top secret information over fucking Signal. This is how Russia works, by the way. This is what you would expect in the Russian military shit. By the way, someone said Hillary Clinton. She just said, "You've got to be kidding me." I refuse to retweet Hillary Clinton. Fuck that. I am sick and tired of the Trump administration giving this lady, this war criminal, fucking reasons to dunk. How are you letting Hillary dunk on you, bro? It's Hillary fucking Clinton. This lady never holds W's, and she only does in regards to the Trump administration's interactions with her. It's crazy.
The precise detail, and then a long section on sequencing. This is going to happen. Then that is going to happen. After that happens, this happens. Then that happens. And then we go and find out if it worked. I mean, he can say that it wasn't a war plan, but it was a minute by minute accounting of what was about to happen. Organized, responsible.
That's insane. Like, obviously incapable of doing the job that's necessary. Look at this. It's called the Houthi PC small group. Look at this shit. Michael Waltz, fucking just emojis. The screenshots from this shit are so fucking dumb. Bashing my head into the desk repeatedly. You could read this if you want, but oh my god. Like, there's like literal, just like full-on fucking details here. Vance account then goes on to make noteworthy statement. He's talking about messaging and stuff and oil prices. Make sure that our thing doesn't affect oil prices. Oh my god. Anyway, here's Pete Hegseth's response when he got off the plane. And I just like, look at this fucking joke.
Can you share how your information about war plans against the Houthis in Yemen was shared with a journalist in The Atlantic? And were those details classified?
Look at him. He's pissed off. Did you see that? He's fucking mad that this leaked.
You're talking about a deceitful and highly discredited so-called journalist who...
Deceitful and highly discredited. It's crazy. So he got off the plane. This is 1:07 p.m. It had already been confirmed. It was already confirmed since. He can't say it's a lie. What? This shit is like, it's not fake. It's real. He can't just say it didn't happen.
Who's made a profession of peddling hoaxes time and time again to include the...
It's a hoax.
I don't know. The hoaxes of Russia, or the fine people on both sides hoax.
Uh-huh.
Or suckers and losers hoax. So this is the guy that peddles in garbage. This is what he does.
Pete Hegseth is literally the person that tagged him in the group chat in Signal. It's Pete's literal fault.
I would love to comment on the Houthi campaign because of the skill and courage of our troops. I've monitored it very closely from the beginning. And you see, we've been managing 4 years of deferred maintenance under the Trump administration. Our troops, our sailors were getting shot at as targets. Our ships couldn't sail through.
Okay. What's that have to do with the fact that you leaked top secret information? So you could say, we'll talk about the Houthis another time and the treatment of Yemen on the global stage by the coalition that supports Israel. But I think irrelevant to that is what the claim is. The claim has nothing to do with the efficacy of the military action in question. None. It has everything to do with your OPSEC, your absolute abhorrent, this is an abdication of your responsibility to top secrecy. And we all knew that your alcoholic ass was not qualified for this. And yet again, a Trump campaign idiot.
Have a fantastic day.
And when they did shoot back, it was purely defensively or at shacks in Yemen. President Trump said, no more. We will reestablish deterrence. We will open freedom of navigation, and we will ultimately decimate the Houthis, which is exactly what we're doing as we speak from the beginning.
Cool. Sounds like more hawkish stuff. It's not a war if we don't recognize them as any sort of real force. Very peaceful and anti-war. We're decimating them.
Overwhelmingly.
Why were those details shared on Signal, and how did you learn that a journalist was privy to the targets, the types of weapons used?
I've heard I was characterized. Nobody was texting war plans. And
why? What do you mean staring at the camera? If that's going to do anything? Nobody was texting war plans. We saw it, bro. It's been confirmed. Yeah, he's laughing.
And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
What a fucking slime bag. So anyway, he should be in military prison. Well, this is awkward. By the way, look at this. Same guy.
Military, government, or otherwise, would be fired on the spot for this type of conduct and criminally prosecuted for being so reckless with this kind of information.
Bicycles!
Fucking frat boys are treating the most powerful military in the world like a Nerf gun. We're so cooked. I was saying, it sucks. We have never been more vulnerable as a country from a defense standpoint because all of their aggression is turned inward at the people. And otherwise, they're just arming other people to kill everybody.
The fact that she wouldn't be held accountable for this, I think, blows the mind of anyone
Hillary Clinton.
Who's held our nation's secrets dear, who's had a top secret clearance like I have and others, who know that even one hiccup causes a problem. Any security.
Yeah, even one hiccup. That's crazy, dude. Look at this. This is just the other day.
Under the previous administration,
Let me turn it up. Just the fucking other day, dude.
we looked like fools. Under the previous administration, we looked like fools. Not anymore. President Trump has reestablished American leadership. The F-47 is part of it. And Mr. President, thank you for having the courage to do it and leading the way for all our warfighters.
Thank you very much.
Under the
It's like talking to Grandpa. Thank you, Grandpa, for letting me kill people with these toys. By the way, Tulsi Gabbard, who was in this, any unauthorized release of class. This is fucking on the 14th. This is 10 days ago. Any unauthorized release of classified information is a violation of the law and will be treated as such. Russian asset Tulsi Gabbard. Sweet. As you can imagine, Fox News is scrambling to try to figure out how to cover this. They're trying to just say it's not real. Let's see. Josh Hawley. This is the Santorum that fell out of Rick Santorum and crawled into Congress.
Senator Hawley, I'll just read part of this piece in The Atlantic. The world found out shortly before 2 p.m. Eastern on March 15th that the U.S. was bombing Houthi targets across Yemen. And this reporter, Jeffrey Goldberg, writes that I, however, knew 2 hours before the first bombs exploded that the attack might be coming. The reason I knew this is that, again, this is the article in The Atlantic, that Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, had texted me the war plan at 11:44 a.m. The plan included precise information about weapons packages.
Dude, have you ever seen a less alive person that has technically she's alive, but have you seen, like, she already looks like she's in the coffin. It looks like she wakes up and fucking like
targets and timing. Senator, your reaction to this?
Well, I thought what the Secretary of Defense just said, Laura, was an outstanding statement. And listen, I mean, we don't know how much of this is accurate or not, but it looks like even if everything the Atlantic reported is true, it's the president's advisors discussing among themselves options they might recommend to the president.
Making top secret war plans up to the minute during an operation on an unsecure set of devices outside of facilities that were capable of keeping this data sensitive. Like,
and nobody can deny.
I'm glad it wasn't more important to like actual like lives, other than like, I guess Goldberg could have warned the Houthis. He wasn't gonna do that shit though.
The success of what the president is doing here, which is what Pete Hegseth just underscored. And this is what the leftist media is reduced to. They can't argue with the policies, which the American people support. They can't argue with this new demonstration of American strength that is keeping Americans safe at home and abroad. And
keeping Americans safe at home and abroad when the Secretary of Defense, along with all the other high-ranking members of the Trump administration, are leaking sensitive data. Yeah, everyone's so safe. Yeah, I'm sure the average citizen feels so well taken care of by the current administration. Yes, the security that we all live with. Everyone's worried about their grocery prices, Josh.
So now we're griping about who's on a text message and who's not. I mean,
griping? Oh my god. Yeah. So basically they're trying to sweep it under the rug, and that's just not really happening. Here's a collection of all the people that CNN put together that were on the list.
If there was anyone other than Hillary Clinton, they would be in jail right now.
Nobody is above the law, not even Hillary Clinton, even though she thinks she is. Mishandling classified information.
Every single face that you see was on the fucking signal call or in the group chat. Every single face.
Is still a violation of the Espionage Act.
When you have
Espionage Act
of the Clinton emails, on top of the fact that the sitting president of the United States admitted he had documents in his garage, they didn't prosecute, they didn't go after these folks.
Hillary Clinton responded tonight with this: "You have got to be kidding me."
I'd like to mention again that Hillary should be given no dunks. Adam Schiff and Pete Buttigieg had things to say about this as well. I hope that we don't let this just die. I mean, really, people are calling for their fucking resignations.
Given all the attention, incredible irony, given all the attention to Hillary's emails, but just staggeringly irresponsible And it's not just that they had a reporter by accident on this chat. They should have never been doing this on a chat to begin with.
Yeah, man.
And what's more, who knows what phones they were using? Who knows the safety, security of those phones, whether a foreign government had already penetrated some of those communications. So the dangers are real. There should be a real accounting over this. But you can expect more of the reaction you saw from Hegseth, which is to attack the reporter rather than acknowledging their own dangerous incompetence here. Put pilots at incredible irony.
Yeah, I agree. And this is what they have to do, right? Because if they address the problem, they have to take care of the problem. You can't have this type of like structural failure and get out from underneath it if you acknowledge that it happened. Pete's been going hard lately. He's definitely trying to be the guy that comes up next.
This administration claiming that it cares about competence and merit, and then be responsible for an epic fuck-up like this.
You know, when he breaks out his swears, he means business.
Demonstrates that these are not serious people.
I also like that we're allowing, we're getting swearing more normalized, and hopefully someday it's not even a thing we think about.
I was an intelligence officer for about 7 years in the U.S. Navy Reserve, and I occasionally handled highly classified information during my time in the cabinet as well. It can be hard to explain just how much goes into keeping that information safe. It is only available to people with a security clearance and a need to know. It's only discussed in certain facilities that are hardened to make sure that they don't have the same vulnerability to surveillance.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that Tulsi Gabbard doesn't care about that kind of shit. She needs to get that shit back to the Kremlin ASAP. She probably is the one that suggested Signal.
As most places, and importantly, you only ever use classified systems to discuss classified information.
Which is not your personal cell phone, for instance.
So America needs answers on why an unclassified, commercially available app was used, and even more importantly, how some of the most powerful people in this country didn't know that they accidentally included a journalist while they were discussing classified war plans that they had yet to authorize and execute.
Yeah, it's fucking insane, man. If a reporter is the first person to get this, we're very lucky.
Fuck bicycles!
What's worse about this than the individual event is that what it indicates about their habits and disposition towards the level of clearance. Exactly. It's not going to go away, but it's also like, what the fuck else are they messing up all the time? You know what I mean? Like, this obviously wasn't the first time they chatted in that chat room.
This is not something that's just important for its own sake. I know Americans who lost their lives because of intelligence failures. This kind of intelligence failure calls the question on whether there is any place for merit or competence in this administration at all. Oof. Because if there are not highly serious consequences for this level of screw-up, then it will make clear that all of the bluster about merit that you hear about from this White House is just bullshit.
Facts. I yearn to live in a country that is competent, that takes care of its people, takes care of healthcare. We do housing, we do education, we help people have lives and families and send them off to thrive in whatever way they see fit. That'd be lovely. But instead, it's just greed-based oligarchy, and it's filled with fail-sons that don't fucking know how to do anything. This guy's looking at the clock, waiting for his next fucking Jack and Coke. Like, I'm not joking. I know guys that would run the country better than this. You probably know guys that could run the country better than this. They think they could put on a fucking navy suit and a red tie and make it. That's all you gotta do. Just show up to the job. Fucking idiots, dude. They're gonna get people killed. They're already getting people killed. It's so fucking incompetent, dude. I'm a dumb stoner, would not be texting shit on personal phones. Right? I'd be like, we gotta fucking make sure we're locked up, bud. So stupid. I also personally, if I was president, would not be bombing the Houthis, but, you know, I'm based.